How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Sand over here, bringing you guys a brand new Magical Girl Raising Project anime discussion. And for today's anime, guys, we are going to be talking about episode 10 that just came out, I would say, yesterday. Kind of fell asleep after I kind of watched it, but don't worry, I'm going to get on it right now. But as always, guys, the episode is always entertaining to watch. As in this episode, I kind of figured that we actually were going to look at Hardcore Alice's actual backstory involving as to how she became an actual magical girl. But the sad thing about it is, guys, that whenever there's a backstory involved, that just means there's going to be a tragic death coming on the next scene, folks. And that's the thing that was very sad about it, because Hardcore Alice was literally one of the girls that Snow White actually freaking helped out in the first episode, which was such a freaking turnaround for us viewers, because we're like, wait, we didn't notice that until right now. And it explains a lot as to why she said, oh, I want to help Snow White, I want to be part of her group, I want to be next to her, I want to do this with her, because of the fact that because Snow White actually helped her out, she already saw her as a girl that she can actually look forward to seeing and actually being a friend. And the bad part about that part as well was due to the fact that, and in the episode, we actually looked at Hardcore Alice's actual family history as well, and it seems to be that she's a daughter of a family that actually was, I would say, her father was a murderer, and with her father murdering her wife, it apparently kind of had a psychological damage on actual Hardcore Alice's actual state of mentality, and which that it kind of made sense as to what she had trust issues with many people as to why she only chose Snow White to be her only partner, because of the fact that people around themselves were always killing, which kind of makes sense, and it kind of goes with their motive of the undead Hardcore Alice. And I always think that it's all very symbolical as to with that character design right there. And I loved Hardcore Alice's character design as well, due to the fact that her actual motto was to never, she can't die throughout any attack whatsoever, no matter if it's a bomb, poison gas, it didn't matter whatsoever. I personally would have loved if she actually fought against Cranberry, because of the fact that her magical power is to keep reviving her all the time, but I wonder how it would do against sound. That's the thing that I was actually interested. We never noticed that if it could do with sound as well. But luckily though, in the episode, it kind of left us all in a tragic moment as we actually see that Hardcore Alice was killed by Swim Swim. But it was due to actually Miniel's actual interference with actually following her all the way home. And with her following all the way home, we actually noticed that she was able to see where she lives, what's her family history, etc. And with Miniel right there, she was actually getting her revenge with all the magical girls. Because remember, Miniel's sister Yuna was actually killed by the magical girls system, you kind of say, but it's technically still her own fault. Which, by the way, I feel like the Peaky Angel sisters, I feel like their story wasn't really that entertaining, in my honest opinion. To me, it felt like they were just giving them a tragic backstory just to give them some motive and some characterization for themselves. But honestly, those girls weren't really the shine of the actual episode, but it was more or less Hardcore Alice, as we actually all were tearing up as as how they say, the black and white motive mix right there in between the both of them. I love that actual motive, it kind of fit them perfectly. If only Hardcore Alice was introduced earlier in the series, it would have made a lot more sense, but due to the fact that, like I said, so much events that were happening and transpiring around the magical girls, that it kind of left her as being one of the last girls to be introduced. And as we actually saw, she would have been a very powerful opponent as well, guys. But luckily though, guys, we literally see in the episode that Cranberry starts taking the scene, as we see Swim Swim and Tama and the Peaky Angel, which is say Miniel, were actually going on the offensive, and actually we're heading towards frickin' Cranberry. I swear to God. And after having all that sad drama, that melodramatic events with Hardcore Alice, we all wanted some justice with Swim Swim's team, and we rightfully got it thanks to frickin' Cranberry. As we actually saw Cranberry took out Miniel. It was really quite shocking the way she actually did. It was pretty hardcore too. It kind of justified her actual killing of Hardcore Alice, which I thought was very still depressing at the fact, man, why do all the good girls have to leave? Honestly, all the good girls are gone. All we have is just now the freaking wannabe Power Ranger group right here that's trying to defeat evil, but we all know they're really the evil ones. Seriously. But honestly though, seeing Cranberry in action actually goes a lot to say in the episode, because of the fact, you know, we see how strong Cranberry really is. She didn't even need to use that much of her magical powers herself, and it goes along to say that even with sound, she's actually also able to hear the heartbeats of her opponents, which kind of helps her along the way if they're actually in hiding or in anything, which kind of goes along to say that it kept that suspense for us viewers. With Cranberry's fight, it wasn't necessarily a very flashy fight, which kind of gave us viewers that much suspense as we're actually seeing the fights with these three girls against just only Cranberry. And it goes along to say the huge power level difference between the girls. Cranberry was just literally just walking around, and she was just hearing their sounds, and I was thinking to myself, like, holy snap, that is a really huge turnaround. It goes to show that these girls, they really didn't know what they were getting themselves into. And even Cranberry herself was actually stating the fact while she was fighting them that, like, these are the girls that really killed about 4 of the other girls. Like, she was actually surprised at just how weak these girls are. But that's due to the fact, you know, of course, these girls teamed up and actually just, you know, kept going 1-on-1 against the other girls. Like I said, it's just very hilarious at how Cranberry was going with her actual scheme, and she was doing a very powerful fear tactic by actually following them slowly, even though she knows they're around them. Like, she was just pretending that she was the victim in all the whole charade right now going on, which I thought to myself was actually still entertaining, because right there and then we actually see Tama herself. It seems that she might be the next girl to die in the next episode, because she actually left the battle very damaged and unscathed. Personally, I would love to see actually Swim actually die in this episode, but granted that we didn't really see that, because apparently it seems that Cranberry is actually taking a liking to actually Swim's character design, because of the fact that she actually knows how Swim actually is a calm, cool, and collected person even in the face of danger, which I thought to myself, that's actually true. You know, I didn't really notice that, but it does seem that, you know, she's actually very nonchalant when all of this is actually going on, and it does actually show her leadership skills, as she really did take notes with the ruler herself. And I thought to myself that, you know, Cranberry taking a liking would be actually very frightening, as if Cranberry and Swim could actually team up. I would not want to see that. But I would say that's it for today's episode, guys, because due to the fact that in the episode there really wasn't that much going on, as it was just more of a battle oriented for the second half of the episode, and the first half was just more about Hardcore Alice's actual interaction and her death and her backstory. But I would say that's about it. I'm hoping that the next episode will be entertaining. I hope we actually get to see Cranberry take out another person. But also in the episode we actually get to look at Cranberry herself. All of this charade that's going on is thanks to Cranberry, because of the fact that she's actually was making this as a test for the magical girls, so they can, I'm assuming they're fighting an actual evil being. I'm not too sure what it was, but apparently it seems to me that there's something more at stake, that these girls are actually, this charade that's supposed to be going on is supposed to be a test, but it wasn't supposed to be to take to this extremes, due to the fact, you know, Cranberry wants to actually make the selection test more of a challenge of strength, that she only wants strong magical girls to be involved in the magical girl world. It seems that there's more to this lore involved in this series, which I'm thinking to myself, holy snap, if they make a season 2, I would love to see this. It would be interesting to see which girls survive and see what more of the lore is involved, because Cranberry's actual backstory seems much more interesting after this episode, because of the fact that she was talking to Faith and she was mentioning the fact that all of this is actually playing by the way that she wants it to be played. And I'm thinking to myself that she must have been bought by one of the old groups. I'm hoping they actually showcase that with Cranberry's also self, if they actually show how she actually came to be a magical girl as well. And I'm hoping that if Cranberry does die, it would be interesting to see who would actually kill her, because Cranberry seems like a very powerful opponent. Like, wow. But like I said, those are my final thoughts of the episode. But let me know down in the comments below as to what you guys thought about Magical Girl Raising Project episode 10, and what you guys thoughts on Cranberry herself. Cranberry seems to be actually taking the leadership role again in this episode, but Cranberry herself is only seeing Swim, not Tama or the Peak Angel. No, she saw Swim as someone very entertaining. So I'm hoping that we actually get to see these two fight instead of actually teaming up, because that'd be very frightening. That really would be very freaking frightening. But like I said, let me know down in the comments below, guys. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Magical Girl Raising Project anime discussions. Or check out my other plays, as I also discuss other fall 2016 anime as well. But as always, guys, stay golden. But this is Mr. Zen, signing.